All right. Hmm. All right. Everything seems to be connected. Just gonna have to wait. It's a bunch of waiting now. Let's see. Let's get. Goodness me. Goodness me. Is that even gonna work properly? Is that link? Is that link even functioning? Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. All I needed to know. All I needed to know. That's all I needed to know. Hey, RT. Welcome. The stream's a little scuffed. Just bear with me. I'm hoping you can hear my voice pretty clearly. I don't know how much time I have, but I'm gonna keep going as long as possible. Let me. Well, first, let me clear off my desktop. Hello, hello. That's all I need to know because I'm about to add music, and it's either gonna be really loud or it's gonna, well, yeah. I'm just gonna make sure. Okay. I'm doing a-okay. I announced the live stream was gonna start at 2 o'clock, 8 like on the dot, but I was a little late because I went to go with family to go pick up something to drink because I ran out of gamer subs and I really need a hit of energy right now. So I got a large energy drink. Yeah. Don't worry, I ordered me some more, so it's okay. It should come by like next week. I also bought some merch. I did not get Monster. I there's a coffee shop, like a coffee little drive through, and it's called Seven Brew. I have no idea if any of you have it, but that's what I went to go have. Went to go have some Seven Brew, and the drink that they had on the menu was called a Nightshade. I got a large because I'm gonna need it anyway. Right, I need to put on. I almost lost my train of thought. I need to put on music. More importantly, music that won't give me copyright strike in the future because I want to have the VOD up because this is, I don't know how many people are going to join, but I'm going to treat this as like, I'm going to treat this stream as like a video as much as possible, just generally talking about my workflow because a lot of people, I've asked on Twitter and I think on Blue Sky, I haven't checked or I don't remember asking, but I asked to see if people were interested in like seeing the process. But instead of a video, I'm just going to do a live stream. Hopefully, from start to finish, y'all will just see how long or like what I would do in certain things. And if you guys have questions, just general questions of how I would draw something, or just anything at all, I'll answer them to the best of my ability. But yeah, this is what this stream is gonna be. I'm just gonna showcase what I do, what I how I just this is how my workflow is. Ignore the dog. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Just gonna set that to 30%. Let Let me know if the music is a little too loud, or like if it's just right. If y'all can hear me with it in the background. I'm hoping that the playlist I have just doesn't get me sent to the shadow realm. So it's still a bit loud. Alright, let's turn that down to a 20. How's that? It's at 20 right now. Any lower than I won't be able to hear music. Hey. Pick a struggle. Please. What is the song though? If my playlist is to be believed, it's called Bobbin by a person named David Renna. I forget where exactly I got these songs, but I'm pretty sure you can find these tracks on YouTube. Like I said, Bobbin by David Renda. So I'm hoping I pronounced that right. I don't have like the title of the song able to display. Like I haven't live streamed in forever. So, excuse me, I'm a little rusty, and I'm doing this sort of off the cuff, so to speak. But I mean, you can see the layout. I've done stuff like this before. It's nothing new to me. Just I'm a little rusty. I haven't done this in God knows how long. But I think the last major live stream I did was like 8 months ago. It's almost about to be a year. My goodness. Good heavens, bro. But anyway, enough about me. While we're waiting for any more people to show up, because I want to make sure that there's like a maximum viewage on this, right? How's everyone? How was everybody's day? You know, has it been good? Has it been bad? If it is bad, I'm sorry. I'm hoping I can cheer you up in some sort of sense, but I hope it's good. Let me just do some more. Do some more stuff real quick. Alright, hold on. Alright, my question to you is how you get your line art to hit. So my line art, as you can probably see, I have brushes laid out here. I want to preface this by saying you don't need to buy things. Alright, you don't need to buy, unless you have the money to splurge, you don't have to buy fancy brushes. You can achieve you can achieve really nice line work by just practicing a lot of the times, having confidence in your like final line art. And sketching, it doesn't really matter. You can see that my sketch is here. You're looking at it, it's pretty messy. I only go back and forth to clean it up as it goes, but the sketch always remains a messy clean. But you don't have to buy these brushes before I talk about the ones I got. So the ones I got, I bought from a comic bundle. I talked about it a little bit on Twitter if anyone missed the post, but they're from a website. Let me pull it up real quick. Hold on. The website is called Texture True Grit Supply. This place supplies a lot of brush assets for Procreate, Photoshop, Clip Studio Paint, and I think another program that I'm forgetting off the tip of my tongue. But they provide brush assets for you guys to buy. They sell them individually in packs, like for a dedicated pack for a feel and style you're going for, or you can buy it in a bundle, which is what I did. I bought the comic bundle because after working on EXE Jam Chapter 2, I thought, you know, I need to step up my game. And I thought if I pay good money, I'd probably get good things out of it, which I personally believe I did. But I think in the long run, if I wanted to save money, I probably wouldn't have. But then again, I also rediscovered this pack on my own. Like my layout didn't look like this like just a couple months ago before starting like the EXE Tober renders, which we're gonna work on this real soon. This was me rediscovering like recreating the vintage art style from like old Marvel comics or DC comics. So you know, there's that. If like, I can't post the link in here quite yet, but like, because I'm not signed in. Or actually, hold on. What am I talking about? I'm a little silly. Of course I can. Just give me one itty bitty second. But yeah, if you want to visit the website, it's called Jesus Christ. Texture True Grit Supply. I find all the stuff they supply to you. Even if you want to, like, you can sign up for their newsletter stuff to get announcements, and you get like a free little sample pack of what they have. It's very versatile. Like, I find myself using their stuff a lot. Not everything. No, like, I don't use everything in the comic bundle a lot. Like, there's some like ink brushes in here, or like pencil brushes that I haven't touched, because like I don't really need to use them. That's why I'm always I always preface the stuff I do with like, you don't need this stuff, please. You don't need to spend money. You can get away with a lot of free material, like my art program, for example. You don't need to spend crazy lucrative money to buy Click Studio Paint when you have options like, you know, Fire Alpaca, which I think is still available, and Krita. God, Krita is getting so much support because it's like, it's open source, so you can just do whatever you want there. There's plenty of free alternatives for people, young digital artists just wanting to, like, you know, make stuff. It's all available, and I would heavily advise people like getting Krita, because one, it's pretty versatile. It's almost on the same league as like Clip Studio, or even like Procreate in some extent. But it also has an animation timeline. So if you want to create animations with like little limitations, because you have to buy Clip Studio EX to do more serious stuff, like even have access to the comic stuff that I use, and even like longer animations. So like, you know, take advantage of the free resources you have. You know, be a penny pincher, maximize profit. You're never shackled to anything. Anyway, here's the link to the website. Wrong thing. For anyone wanting to look into the website, doing a lot of talking here, but this is what you guys came here to see. That's the website I got my stuff. Let's see what I missed a couple of questions, but that's because someone asked me where'd I get my line art, and I was like, just practice your line art. You don't have to buy anything fancy. Just, you know, just work it, have confidence in your line work, and it will be smooth and delicate. You know, apply thick lines whenever something is closer to the camera or canvas, so to speak, or anything further away, or add a detail, thin lines. You know what I mean? I'll demonstrate that a little bit soon. Whenever we start seriously working on this, you'll see what I mean. Dog, if you don't pick a struggle. Anyway. But it seems like when I asked how everyone was doing, everyone seems to be okay, which I'm happy about. I'm glad you guys are doing A-okay. Makes me happy. Yeah, chaos is going to be an interesting prompt for me. I mean, not very, like, I was thinking of a few things when working on EXE-tober stuff, like these prompts. Let me see if I'll put them. I will put the prompt in here real quick. There's a lot of stuff like Jodo Boy and Raven, just single words. A lot of freedom here, and I'm taking the opportunity to just tease and or showcase little bits of spoily lore for EXE Jam. Everything so far is from, because I have total reign and control. Everything is canon. Everything you see in some shape, way, or form, every little bit of detail I put on Twitter, like all the quotes and whatnot, they connect back to the story in some single way. I am not doing this for like the giggles, the shits and giggles. Well, I mean, not all of them. There was the jack-o'-lantern one, which was still my favorite, because I think, God, it was. Hold on, let me find it real quick. Y'all need to understand. This to me looks so cool. Y'all have to understand. I love shading like this from old comics. Nothing feels like this anymore when I read a modern comic book. I mean, there's beautiful art to be found in some comic books nowadays, right? In graphic novels. But man, I miss when stuff looks like this because it's so gritty. Urgh, God, I love it. Anyway, enough about being me being happy. Time we gotta be miserable now. No, I'm kidding. Also, hello Nolan, Kenza. I see you guys are here talking about some nonsense. I will spend $50 on comic fonts. Dude, Clip Studio Paint already comes with some comic fonts. Are they good? No, they kind of lean on like Comic Sans, but like when you purchase Clip Studio Paint, at least the latest version, I'm pretty sure they come with like fonts for you to use. If I'm wrong, it could be on EX, but hold on. You can probably see right there like Clip Studio Comic regular. Right, you can't see that because it's like an additional window. Anyway, it looks like this. Hello, it's me. This comes with base Clip Studio. This font right here, and I think it looks nice if someone just wants to like, you know, have like the feel of someone writing, you know, in a comic bubble. Oh yeah, you do get bang for your buck whenever you pay for stuff like this. It's very nice indeed. I only use Procreate, but it's worth it. Oh yeah, dude, I'm always jealous of people who have Procreate when they have an iPad. I don't know why. Maybe it's because, like, I don't like the Apple ecosystem, but some of the stuff they get sometimes makes me a little envious. Not all the time, but Procreate, because my sister owns an iPad Mini, and she has an Apple Pencil. There were days where I get to just doodle with it, so I understand the pros and cons with it. I'm a little envious on some of you when people use Procreate. Kenza, I'm doing okay. Nolan, I really need to do things other than rough doodles, and I need to try and do full pieces more. I mean, if all you can do is doodles, right? There's no shame in that. You're always practicing, right? Never be ashamed of never like doing full pieces of artwork. You're still learning. You're still, you know, you're working towards something, right? Your efforts are never going to waste whenever you do doodles. Okay, going to post a really low res baldy JPEG in day 24. I can't wait. Artsy. I'm the opposite. I've had like 3 big art projects in a row and I'm tired of it. Reusing EXE Tover drawings for panels would go hard. I mean, if I were to redo them, they're just going to look a little different, and then there's going to be like a discussion. It's like, what looked better, before or after? I love that one so much. It's okay. Also, I want to strangle Artsy real bad. Bro was trying to humble me in the leaving a comment on my original discussing of if people want to know the process. Bro, I've seen your work. You're like, I don't even want to hear it, man. All right, your stuff looks fantastic. I will show it off here so people can understand that. Bro tried to humble me. I immediately hit the follow once I saw the artwork I saw on the Twitter page. Brother in Christ. Hold on. Where is it? I'm about to put you on blast. This stuff looks amazing. Alright? I don't even want to hear it, man. I don't even want to hear it. It looks amazing. I know we all still got stuff to learn, right? Not everyone's ever gonna stop learning how to create really good art, but Christ Almighty, don't even do that. Don't even do that. I haven't even gone in an education in art. So all of the stuff is just self-taught for the most part. I took art classes, but God knows if I still retain any of the memory in my noggin, in my little noodle. I want to get an iPad. Drawing digitally on the go sounds amazing. How dare you try to act humble? I am humble. I always tell people I am just a guy. I am just some dude. I don't ever want to be held on some kind of pedestal. Yeah, because the way you need to look at the way I want to look at it is with art classes, right? there's some value to be had. You gotta realize that the reason why they're so strict on certain things and lessons is either one, they have a curriculum, and two, you there's some things you can like pull from the strict curriculum they teach you, and you can apply it when you have more freedom on your own time. Not all of it's bad. It can be a little annoying. I have vague memories of my high school classes. But all right, we've been sitting here for 20 minutes now. I think we'll probably get more people as we keep going. But let's start getting some work in. I will keep up as much as I can. So, what I have planned for the prompt of chaos is that we have on the right, we're going to have Agent X and then all the droids, the clone duplicates that he summons. And on the left, we're going to have Inkstock and the jobbers. The jobbers. I have no idea. Like, if I call them a gang, they're going to be permanent, which they're not. They're gonna disband one way or another. Inkstock having his crew is just temporary. He will fly solo one of these days. It's never gonna be a permanent thing. The jobbers is fucking crazy. Death. Well, they're not gonna die, right? I say that, but then I'm gonna be written in a corner. I'm just like, well, they're gonna have to die now. So I can't really be saying that when I'm jobbing. I can't call them anything cool or nice because like, again, it's gonna imply that they're gonna be like mainstays, which that's not necessarily true. Like I said, they're gonna disband one way or another. But yeah, it's gonna be Inkstock and the jobbers. So far we got Takal, Icon, Bug with the lenses. This you can tell this will be further down the line in the comic because Bug has no lenses on his helmet, nor does he have the little dot represent, or the little thing going on, little piece of that in the middle. Did you preface the series with your? Oh yeah, dude. Hold on. Let me bring up. I still have the tweet. Of course I did. With cameos, like the last call to action for cameos. Where is it? Bookmarks. The final time I'm asking. I'll pull up the image right now. I will highlight it. I made sure to tell everyone that your EXE will die. Like they will just be permanently dead. Hold on. Let me do this a little better way. Right from clipboard. There we go. It's literally the last thing I tell people. Let me get like. Nope. Oh good heavens. My thing is lagging. Yeah, there it is. Right here. Highlighted yellow. Nobody is safe from death. Ain't nobody safe from death. What's Slate's up to? I have none I care for as of now. I don't know what they're also after bugging them, but I got their own beef. Yeah, I'm so glad people are enjoying the comic. It was a literal toilet story. I came up with it as I came out of the restroom. I didn't think anyone was gonna take it very seriously, but here I am. Here I am now. But yeah, this is chaos. We're getting jumped. Bug is further down the line in the story. He's got a little power buff. I won't explain how that happens, but yeah, there's a little spoiler there. He ain't gonna be a little. I'll see myself out. I mean, to be fair, I used inspiration for EXE Gym to do a little story line. That makes me a little happy. That makes me a little happy. That makes me feel nice inside. Literally only webcomic I actively keep up with manifested on the shitter. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, how else do you come up with the idea of like, what if I just put everyone in like one planet and like call it a day and make one chapter? Grayscale has its value. For me, it's just to like, you know, work at a brisk pace, and I can call the project done. I do plan on making the comic colored one day, but it's like that's a whole task in of it itself. That's the reason why I'm also not like, you know, I'm not like spearheading of the project of what is it, of like doing an official dub, at least not yet. Inkstock has a voice. That's all I'm gonna say. He has a voice. One day soon, y'all will hear it, but he does have a voice. Inkstock does have a voice. I'm excited for you guys to hear it because I'm working with a fellow man that is close to my heart. Been friends for 7 years. Jesus Christ. But his talents are very wonderful, and I can't wait for you guys to just hear Inkstock with the voice. When I debut it, it's probably gonna be also me with my energy. You can tell it's gonna be whiplash of amateur voice acting, and then someone who's been doing it for like longer than me. It's gonna be hilarious. I did see the dub. I left a comment, but it's mysteriously like it didn't. I don't even know if it's still available. I left a comment on that video, and then it mysteriously disappeared. I don't know what that was about. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Just go on my YouTube Studios app. I'm very certain I left a comment on that video. Give me. Oh. Oh yeah, I very much remember leaving a comment. I don't know if the dude just didn't like vet it real quick, but I for sure did. I for sure did. This doing numbers. It was very cute. I think everyone did a fun role. I like hearing everyone's interpretations of like the characters, which is why it took me so long to like it's taken me a lot longer than I would like to like showcase what these characters actually sounded like. Because one, I like hearing people's interpretations. Not everyone hears characters in the same way, and it's very like it's always fun to hear. Very fun to witness. Creative expression, what I strive for. I didn't know if I said this ever, but your characterization of X Tyrell makes me want to explode in dialogue. So, well, wouldn't you like it if I told you that Goji Boy, the dude who owns the guy, is the main reason why he's written the way he is? I go back and forth with people with characters that I have permission with. They're in the server I'm in whenever we work, like outside the Patreon. I have the people that are like fundamental, like actual mainstays in the story. I work with the creators to make sure the characters, they say lines in the way they're supposed to. I keep them in line with how, if they were written in any like official canon, because then the characters just feel true to themselves. It's a little bit of a case of too many cooks in the kitchen. However, I still have full control of how the story plays out. I only go to them to make sure the characters feel like they would if they were to like post about them on their Twitter feeds or like their art portfolios or videos and whatnot. I just want to make sure they stay true to themselves because these characters have character, right? I know a lot of the times when people post about their EXCs, it's very limited. It's only like an artwork or a piece of render, but these characters, they have a story. So I want to treat it with as much respect as possible because like stories can be entertaining. It doesn't matter where they come from. We're working with Sonic characters, for Christ's sake. We might as well have like some fun with it, you know? I've played around with the mood of like EXE Jam a lot of the times. Always try to figure out how I want to like present it, but I think I found a nice foot, like a groundwork of how I want to do stuff. I'm guilty of that. Need to figure out how to show off lore. I feel like if you want to showcase what you have going on, doing artwork related to the lore and like slowly explaining it, like how I've been doing with the Inktober stuff, is one way to go about it. You know, I wouldn't. I'm always a little biased against posting a Google Doc talking about your story, because in my opinion, in my opinion about this, right? Let me preface this. This is how I feel. This is my hot take. No one wants to read a Google Doc, especially if you're still in school, because a Google Doc, all that reminds you of is just work, right? If you're gonna write a story, put it somewhere, have it a little bit of flair, have fun, make people have fun reading it. I know people don't like, there's a difference between reading a Google Doc and reading like a text page from like, a wiki, like a creepypasta wiki or whatever. People will read. I'm not saying no one will read like a wall of text, but you have to have some way of presenting it that isn't just like, yeah, click on this real quick. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. I always try to, like, whenever my friends talk about me about a Google Doc about their stories, I'm like, we can write it here, but we need to put it somewhere else, or we need to give it some flair. That's just how I feel about it. So, like, lay out the events. The owners of the characters are there to make sure they respond accurately while it's still moving. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. I made a one ages ago called EX Leaks as a joke. Jesus. I'm glad you guys are having a good time here. Makes me a little happy. I had no idea how this stream would go. Right now I'm the only one in the house, so I'm taking advantage of how loud and quiet I am and how quiet the house is. A gas leak. Y'all need to chill. Y'all need to relax. Y'all need to relax. Come on, Jesus. I would not be against it if you were to draw these characters, alright? You have full permission to do whatever you want. To a certain extent. To a certain extent. There is a fine line. You should probably, like, profess that. Can't go buck wild with everyone. But everyone has common sense here, I hope. How do I want this dude to be looking? Boundary is ink bites. Boundary is go halt. You can do whatever. Like, for the most part, you've drawn these characters very well. Like, I don't mind how. Do what makes your heart sing. Do what makes your heart sing. I know. I'm just reading. I was just speaking aloud. I was just reading out loud. This anatomy is not going to make any sense. However, the posing is going to be very fun. The question is, do I want this dude wearing his coat, or should I keep him with the rolled up sleeves and suspenders? I'll probably have him rolled up his sleeves with suspenders. I'll leave a coat for later. I do like that look. I think that look goes hard. I never had any objections from Demented whenever I drew Agent X that way. In fact, I'm pretty sure they approved for the most part. Given the Y I ought to fit. Oh, give me 1 second. Hold on. What? The beats! The beats! The beats! Anyway, I'm back. Sorry. I gotta lurk a bit. I'll be back later. No worries. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. I will keep the stream going for as long as I possibly can. Also, if you hear my dog, it's there. She's just scratching. Bye bye. Bye bye. It's been fun getting to draw the characters that I do not own, but yet have full reign to just throw them in scenarios like these. A part of me, I should probably do the version of Furnace I have for the story in here. I don't know if there would be space. It'd probably clutter the canvas. This is the furthest I've gotten into a monthly art challenge. I'm genuinely impressed with myself. This is the like, whenever like Inktober was a thing, and still is, for like whenever that was like bigger, when it first started, I tried getting into it. There's been moments where I tried doing it, and then I just stopped. But yeah, I'm there with you. This is like the furthest I've ever done. I'm hoping to complete every prompt, even if I'm late to, like, I'm already late on days. I'm just trying to complete every prompt. It's probably going to take me until next month to do. I'm going to be so real. I'll be here in November doing EXE-tober. I made a promise. I'm a man of my word. Of my word. And for me, it's not really a case of burnout. I just wish I can put them out faster. I really wish I didn't have to go to work, because I've been having fun. I haven't gotten burnt out. There's been times where I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna draw, right? Like, what am I gonna put out? Like, what am I gonna, like, what can I do to not spoil, not like, or not spoil, but like, what can I do to convey a point while still in line with the prompt? But like so far, because that's what it was. That was like something in the middle of like chaos. I was like, what am I gonna do with chaos? What the heck? What the heck am I gonna do for Supersonic, right? Because that's like next to game over. And then like, I feel like for hide and seek, I'm gonna redraw a panel from like chapter 1. Inside Your Mind is gonna be a little difficult, but most of this stuff, I cannot wait to do 31. I Am God, dude. Y'all have. If I'm gonna do Super Ink Stock, I'm gonna have to preface it that this is not canon. He's never getting, like, because like there was already the thing of we love hypothetical non-canon bullshit. Yeah, because like Anorak also did that with Fatal Error. I saw, bro, turned him blue. Hilarious. I know you're gonna cook. I'll try to cook. Most people have been happy with me so far. It's amazing to me that so, like, throughout my entire time working on this project, or just anything EXE Jam related, no one's has had an issue with it, which I'm happy about. I'm not expecting an issue, but I'm just like, a part of me was expecting some kind of backlash, or just some kind of effort, because I'm never against it. If people have genuine like gripes, I'll hear them out, and depending on what it is, I'll probably laugh. So, yeah. I really love this energy drink, but it's being diluted by the water. I probably should have asked with no ice. Damn, it's gonna be very diluted. This just makes you miss my gamer subs. I need another hit, damn it. No! I'll be okay. I'll live. I'm not addicted, you are. If I was gonna turn this to a video, I had an idea for like my Sona just like takes a hit of gamer subs. You're like, I don't have an issue with you. Can you imagine if I were sponsored by these people? Oh god. It's hilarious. I would name the next flavor Addicted. Or an addiction. I don't know. Something towards that. Because there's been the running joke with me and like my friends when I talk about this stuff. I'm not addicted. You are. It's you with the problem. Anyway. Now I seriously sound like a schizo. Should probably use a wider brush and just convey shapes instead of just trying to get into detail. Gamer flips ink shots? I'm not, dude, you know what? Maybe you're onto something. Maybe you're onto something. Maybe you're onto something. It's a little corny, but hey. I don't know. Maybe you're onto something. I think somebody's cooking in the kitchen with that one. I'm never gonna judge anyone for being corny. Y'all don't have any idea what I'm into. I'm into Kamen Rider and Sonic the Hedgehog, for crying out loud. I love vintage comic books. That's like prime A material, cheesy and corny, bro. I ain't got no room to judge. In fact, I endorse it. We have a little fun and whimsy in here. We have fun and whimsy. Jovial and whimsical. There's the words. That's what I wanted to say. Also, I'm still happy that like Sonic Unleashed music, for the most part, doesn't give you copyright struck. It's amazing. I can listen to fabulous day and nighttime music like this. Pretty sure this is from Spangonia. Yeah, yeah. I got that Sonic brain rot in me. I knew exactly what this was. We do a little frolicking in the meadows. We do skips and hops while our arms are linked. We sing good cheers around the world. Why would I take things seriously when we got a little bit of joy and whimsy in our lives? Checkmate, atheists. Sorry, no, I'm having a schizo moment. I'm just saying crap now. We tell stories around the campfire while cooking s'mores and shit. This do be a creepypasta moment. A1 material right here. We be making sleepover forts and watching some horror movies. Alright, I just realized Agent X's head is now looking a little too small, so I got an idea. It's about to be looking like a dude just wearing a costume, wearing a Sonic head. It's fine. forgot the tail. I was like, what is missing here? Why does this look off? It's like, there it is. Or maybe I should just make the quills longer. Hold on. Maybe I'm on something now. Day 30 or day 31? Oh, day 30, right? It's called. Well, I have an idea. We'll see how people like it, though. I won't spoil what it is. It is Inkstock related, but we'll see how that goes. People are really loving the Inkstock drawings or renders, and I'm digging them as well. God, Inkstock looks great in the vintage comic style. Say vintage, but to me that's what it is. Wings my hands evenly. Evilly? What are you cooking up in that noggin? Goodness me. Man, can we talk about how good Blue Sky is right now? How it feels to use? Can we talk about that? God, it's so good to use. Can we talk about Blue Sky for a second? Jesus, it's so great. It runs so much better on my phone. Y'all need to understand. Twitter runs like utter garbage on my phone. Only recently has it's gotten a little bit better. I've been given a reason why, and I think it's because it has something to do with like Twitter servers not being abundant as they used to be, so it takes a while to load things. But man, dude, like, God, Twitter does not run on my phone. I have to go and wait until I'm at my desktop, my actual computer, to like get to just see notifications half the time. That's why I only go on my page to just retweet or like stuff more than usual, because I just can't see crap on my phone. It just doesn't want to load. But like as soon as I got the mobile app for Blue Sky, God, I was like, this is what Twitter was supposed to be. How did y'all fumble? God. Like, Twitter was always like a cesspit of like negativity, but man, it's gotten worse whenever like Elon took over. It's like a sudden shift. You know, I didn't even have that many strong opinions about that guy. I didn't even know who he was, other than like the guy who's gonna send people to Mars, right? But as soon as he bought Twitter, or at least some kind of ownership of Twitter, that's when like everyone just like that's when I really started to know the guy. Other than that, he was just the Mars guy. He was just like the guy to go to Mars. That's the guy he was in my head before like the Twitter buyout. I miss my content farm and ads. Finally, we go 5 minutes without seeing a content farm advertisement. Right? I got ad blocker on my desktop, but man, I get flooded with ads every time on my phone. It's not even funny. Hey, another artist that I like. This sweet. There they are. I'm already following them. Amazing. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Can we talk about how? Can we talk about how Chapter 5 is even out yet? Let me have my break. I say break, and I'm making EXE Jam related content. You're getting what you want somewhat. Alright? Hold your horses. You'll get your Chapter 5. It's gonna be a while. Hey, comic man, you're slacking. Nah, I'm working. Get back to the mines. Make me, bro. I'm living my best life. Man, get this guy out of here. Mods, crush his skull. Crush his man's skull. Kill him. How do we want to have Inkstock look here? some five Michelin star stuff on his time off. People be always wanting more. Welcome back. I think I have... Man, I'm about to open up Blender and find out how I'm gonna pose this dude. I don't even have a model for him. I'm not above shaming me. Yes, they are. They'll feel shame when I start to cry. Be like, Alright, hold on. Do I want him facing his back facing towards the camera more? Or do I want him actually being able to be seen? What do you mean, how did we know? Only one other person who treats me this way. Where you're not slick. You can change your name all you want. You knew exactly who you were. My cover was flawless. Yeah, whatever. Bro was not slick with it. You know what? We'll see the backside of Inkstock. A lot of people never get to see it because the reference sheet doesn't exist yet. I've been telling myself I'm gonna make a brand new reference sheet for these characters. I'm gonna do it. I'm actually gonna do it. It never comes around because I got stuff like this. I think I'm gonna pose him a little goofy like. I have an idea. I'm gonna give him that wacky Spider-Man pose. Knees up high, arms down. Make him look like he's like he's hopping. Oh my god, Artie's back? No way. No way. Man, I can't get my voice that high. Goodness gracious. Only real fan. Well, because hold on, I can still do it. I didn't forget. I just didn't feel like it. No, I got this. Hold on. Artie over here wanting to learn my process proceeds to make art as beautiful as this. Are you kidding me? This is y'all's mans making fabulous art like this. Go follow this dude on Twitter. Jesus, trying to humble me want to learn from me. Bro's already on his way to be better than I am. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Stupid. I do have a question. How do you plan out characters? I've started properly writing down the story for the comic I want to make. I'm kind of curious how you do it. So the first time I did it was kind of strange. I separated the dialogue just by like the name of the character, then having their dialogue and then spacing it out on my Google Doc. That's what I meant. I can tell the stream is delayed. But yeah, the way I go about writing characters is I try to like play out scenarios in my head, what feels right. Like if I say a line out loud, I have to recognize if it sounds a little goofy or if it sounds just right. You know what I mean? There's some like don't get me wrong. There's corny lines in EXE Jam. I won't like there's silly writing in my work. I can't hide that. But like most of the time, whenever I try to write dialogue for characters, I would usually try to like play out the scene in my head, say lines out loud, see if they sound okay, reread it, and then another thing that I've done recently is y'all know Kenny, my man's, my right hand man, dude I love very much platonically. I go back and forth with him whenever I send him like the script and whatnot to make sure like things sound okay even for him. So like if we both in agreement, and even then like there'll be like last minute changes in like during comic chapters during the productions, like I reread lines, I was like that doesn't sound right. So like I just if you all this to say is like you can write out a scenario, like the scene transition, how the scene looks, so you can get an idea to translate. Like write in as many details as you feel is important for a page or a dedicated panel. You can really categorize and separate everything to like in this panel 2 characters come into frame, they say this and this, and then the next panel over, and then like you can always categorize it, keep it all organized, and use that script, use that writing for you could translate most of that information over to like when you start your first page. I always recommend you write first before you start any kind of drawing out, and then you will lay out how you want the dialogue to be in your panels, because if you draw and then add dialogue later, you're going to find yourself hitting a brick wall, because then you'll find yourself not being able to fit all that dialogue into the panel you wanted because the art is there. So you're either going to have to sacrifice a bit of the art or redraw it. So it's better to just like lay out everything in the panel, and like when you're doing the penciling, the layout, all that stuff in the beginning before finalizing everything, make sure everything fits. If it doesn't, redo it, make sure it all fits together. You know what I mean? I hope that helped. I'm a little rambly, but yeah, organize, separate things into how you want it to be. Go through it in your head, make sure it all sounds right. You can say lines out loud. If they sound goofy or if it sounds stale, you'll probably recognize it, you'll probably catch it. And then if you need another sets of eyes, get somebody else, get a good friend, someone you trust to not like, to take you seriously on this stuff. Yeah, it could like, hold on. All right, so here you guys are gonna get some behind the scenes stuff. Let me pull up some of the work I've done for EXE Jam. Let me pull up some of my computer would like to load. I'll pull up what I mean whenever I do like penciling and whatnot. Yeah, in a sense, it's like directing a movie, like any script would be, right? You always want to have like a lot of specific details, so you can translate that over, or most of that, into like what you want to do. It's not even gonna be finished products. I'm so. Is it even in the recent stuff I've done? No, of course not. Why would it be? What's a page that I can pull up? I mean, hold on. Man, this is either gonna lag my Clip Studio or it's gonna crash it. One of the two. Give me 1 second. Oh my goodness. Man, dude, there's a firefight going on in the comments. Where's my popcorn, dog? What's it? Ugh. It's not worth the risk of Rain 2? God, I need to play that game again. Have we gotten any more content updates in that game? Like any bug fixes as of recent? I have not checked up. Alright. Here we go. So let's what's some dialogue heavy panels I can showcase? Let's see. I think this will be fine. I'll show this off. Showcase what I mean for artsy to get an idea of how like paneling works. Alright, so all the panels are separated into like their own folders here. Do I even have the sketch? Yeah, it's right here. So there's gonna be, I'll change this into a lighter gray. And you're getting some behind the scenes nonsense. See how the process works, all the filtering I had to go through. But this is the original sketch. This is what I'm kind of talking about. This is how basic some of the stuff looks for EXE Jam before it all gets turned into like that. So I start off very very basic. Nothing has to be pretty. Everything just has to be laid out in a certain extent, right? But yeah, even I add and I account for the speech bubbles to make sure like certain dialogue fits. Like if I go to, let's see, if I turn this on here, like not every pose is exact. Like for cameo characters, I'm never like exact of who I am or who's gonna be in it, unless I know for sure who's gonna be in these cameos. Like, you know, we have, what is it? The names. I'm spacing out on names. Cheshire, there we go. Jesus Christ. Yeah, if we have Cheshire here, yeah, we always plan for that. I do anyway. I think there's even more sketches in here. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Yeah, okay. And so the first initial sketch is to lay everything out, make sure everything kind of fits. I even add dialogue during this. It's right here. If I turn this layer off, you can see the dialogue always make sure it fits within the bubble. And then as you can see here, I also go back and redraw things that I will use for the final line art. So it's a lot of like back and forth, or not back and forth, just like layering things to make sure it all looks correctly. So we all start off with like the basic layout, make sure everything fits, redraw it again, and then, you know, we add the line art, and then the speech bubbles, they come back. So this is what normally you would want to do whenever making a comic, right? You know, take your time with it, make sure you find everything you're looking for, like you make sure everything, it just works, right? You want to make sure everything fits, everything works the way it does, make sure dialogue flows. So like for EXE Jam, everything is written and read left to right. So that's why the dialogue is always, and then especially on webtoons, everyone's scrolling up, like scrolling down, so you always want to account for like people reading in a certain way. So it's like down here, then down, that, like there's sort of a rhythm to go through, but most people will kind of like understand that if you, this is why, all right, we're gonna get to this. I'm rambling, but there's a point to this. Hold on. Visual clarity. This is the one thing I will teach and hammer home for anyone doing anything art related. Goodness me. Like, whenever you finalize or like even in the basic layout stuff, visual clarity. You want your readers, your viewers, like the people who are trying to look at your stuff, to identify what they're supposed to be looking at. If that's not clear from like if you view the page from like, let's say, this distance, if it's not very clear to people, or if you're having trouble following or having the flow of like whether it's a comic or even like a drawing, like even if it's not a comic page like this, let me turn this off. If it's just like, you know, there's a focal point to every image, right? It hit like, even with the chaos and chaotic nature of this, everyone's pointing towards the middle where the main cast is. Visual clarity. You want people to have an easier time looking at where they're supposed to be. You can format the bubbles to go in a certain direction. For webtoons, it's usually like either left or right, but it's always scrolling down, so you always want to have that effect of people reading towards that. But yeah, visual clarity. Even like for like chaotic scenes, there's always like a point. There's always something leading you in a certain direction. Because like if an artist knows what they're doing, they put specific things in there intentionally with purpose. There should never be. I say this in the subject as in the subjective creative medium like art, but there's always intention. There's always like certain things that an artist does, and you could always blatantly see it. It's never always that subtle. But visual clarity. If you can't see or understand what you're looking at, something is wrong. That is probably just a fact, right? Anyway, like lines of action. Yeah, like lines of action, or like even framing and composition wise. Like, what's another image I have here that's sort of chaotic, but still has a point. We can pull up these pictures. So we have day 1 of EXE Tover and then day 5. You can, so with, you know, day 1, everyone is colored, filled the screen, but you can, you know, obviously Inkstock is in the middle and looks a little differently. Even without the colors, you can still identify that you're supposed to be looking here, but there's always some other details if you look for it. Or if you want like another direct example, the line of action of like, you know, let me pull up like a bright blue for this. You can always follow the line down here. You're supposed to be looking over here. You can, everything points to like being sucked into the framing, right? And then what's another one I can showcase off? So let's see. Or day 10 roll swap. We can pull this up real quick. So even with something like this, when you have a composition like this, you're obviously focused here. Most of the detail and attention's up here, but even like your eyes have a easier time looking this way because everything here is blacked out. There's silhouettes leading you to this direction, and even the buildings to a certain extent, they get brighter over like certain foreground elements, they're grayed out, right? It's never the focal point, but like you always want to look here because that's where the brightest details are. Even with like, there's even primary colors here, but it's more of like an attention to detail for a sort of thing. You know what I mean? There's always like a focal point. There's your eyes are always leading you somewhere. What's another thing that I have that's recent that kind of built upon this point that I have, and I want to beat you guys over the head with it? Let's see. I guess Crisis Event, right? Because this is sort of like a webtoon sort of thing. Like even with this, subtly, your eyes are always like, even like you can see it right here. Sort of chaotic, but you can still, you know, everything you're looking at details that are supposed to matter for this. It's not a perfect example, kind of messy, but the idea is there. Like you have an idea to what to look at. There is always a point to this. I even did, like I did this recently with day 16. See, fatal error is in the middle. We got Agent X sort of in the foreground, or like in the background over here, subtly a little smaller to emphasize he's viewing this. Even like the way he's posed, he's supposed to look this way, and then Bug's face, like we have Bug facing his back facing towards us, looking at the direction he's supposed to be in. You know what I mean? I hope y'all are understanding what I mean. Like the framing, composition, like your visual clarity. People need to understand what in God's name you're putting in front of them. If they can't identify that, like within like a fraction of putting it in front of them, something is wrong. No, again, I understand. I'm talking about this in a medium as subject, like that deals in subjectivity as like art. So like even with like the messiest things, like it's subject to people's like their own personal opinions. Art is supposed to start a conversation. It's very subjective. piece of media. But like, even with subjectivity, as like with art, there's always like a point to it. For the most part, there's always like there's a purpose behind certain things. I've only just gotten into understanding this mindset that if I put something down, it's for a reason, and if I do it in this sort of way, it's also for a reason. I want people to view it in this certain way. So, again, I hope that I hope there's y'all understand what I mean. And if you miss something, there's a reason why you can rewind the live stream. I hope I turn that on. You can rerun it, understand, and the VOD's gonna be up either way. So this is perfect. If like you ever want to listen back to what I'm trying to say, and there's visual examples of what I'm trying to give y'all. But yeah, visual clarity. I will beat anyone over the head with this art tip. People need to understand what you're putting in front of them. Anyway, okay. I hope I hope that was helpful. Jesus. You don't need to have with the comic panel layout the way I've shown y'all in that preview. It's something that EX has, but you don't need to do that, because I did chapters 1 and 2 in their own Clip Studio, like basic drawing. You'll see. Let me pull it up. It's gonna take forever to load because you're dealing with a lot of layering and a lot of folders, but you can set it up in this exact same way. Let me pull up. I think I could pull up just mini chapter 1. I think to understand what I mean. So it's not gonna take as long to pull up. Give me 1 second. I need to find it first, because my thing is messy. Where is it? Where is it? But yeah, you don't need Clip Studio EX, but be prepared to make a lot of like Clip Studio saves if you do end up buying it, or if you have the money to splurge on getting EX, which I recommend. If you have the money, go for it, right? But if you don't, there's no need to worry. You can buy basic Clip Studio and you can achieve almost literally the exact same thing. I'm trying to find mini chapter 1 for the life of me. I just cannot find it. Well, I mean, like, did I do it with this one? This is an unreleased comic. You guys are gonna see it. Did I do it with this one? This was supposed to be a short story with 2011X, the Jack of Gore version of 2011X. No, I did not do it this way. But yeah, you get a little sneak peek. It's unreleased because the last page wasn't exactly done. I'll probably get around to finishing it. It's because it's practically done. It is practically done. But yeah. Let me just pull up. I need to pull up the files that I used for mini chapter 1, so you can understand. You don't need to. Yeah. This is chapter 3. I'm silly. It's not even the one I was looking for. Dude, I'm going insane. Where is this? Where is this comic? Where is this comic file? Where'd it go? It's lost the ethos. It is literally gone to the ethos of my computer. I can't find this folder anymore. It's about to be lost immediately. Oh. I mean, I could just show off. Can I? I need to know where this thing is. Goodness me, where is this file? I'm going mental. I think you got the idea anyway. I'll look for it another time. You get the idea anyway. Yeah. Got a lot of chat to catch up. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it. I just didn't want to like break my pacing. I hate webtoon formatting, but the way you do it is pretty good. I mean, I don't do it in the webtoon format. I do it by page, and then people just scroll down. I just make it like the layout of my pages is easier for like just scrolling down, but they both have their pros and cons. But you can still do like the page layout and just have it ordered from up to down. And values are amazing. I get the concepts of yeah. Just exercise most of these concepts on your own, like on your own individual time, and you'll get it all down. It's bruh. What do you mean forgot my commission? What are you talking about? That is actual nonsense. If I've forgotten, good heavens, my memory is very bad. I'm pretty sure I caught up on everything we've done. Bro, spreading misinformation. I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. Bro, who at me? I'll be done for Risk of Rain 2 after the live stream, that's for sure. That's for sure. Anyway. Oh, wrong color. Back to red. The copper toothbrush, my favorite. Again, I hope I answered your question as best as I can. I am no teacher. I am just some guy who's done this for way too long and wants to make it a career. And slowly but surely I'm achieving that. Thanks to people like you guys and my patrons. I love every one of you guys, my patrons. They're fantabulous people. They drive me up the wall, but you're fabulous people. It's misinformation or simply information you don't want to confront. Well, I mean, I'm confronting it now. Where's my jobber slate bench? This will be the second time I'll draw slate. And it's gonna be something. I was just gonna have a giant label, him holding non-canon moment. Because it's not there. Doesn't exist. I zoned out. What happened? Not much. Me yapping my gums off. Still trying to finish this piece. I don't expect to get done within like an hour or two. How slow I've been putting out stuff, but I'm praying to God I do. Praying to God I do. The rare moments we get to see the buckle, because he does have a buckle on his shoe. My bro is in the stalking pose. Doesn't like me because I don't give him money. What are you talking about? Who said that? That's a brand new sentence I've never said. I can't believe it. This really is a Twitter moment. Bro saying a whole new thing I've never said. I can't believe it. I'm being slandered. It's made by Kenzo, I can't read it. What is bro going on about? Cosmic forces? What are you yapping about over there? Actually, maybe I'll just have his arms a little up. Oh, Yappa to Yap Buggy. A bad Yomi player. Don't disrespect my boy John Yomi. John Yomi is a treasure. No! Hold on, I wonder if you guys can even hear the sound of. Hold on. If I could hear this, be careful. It's loaded! Anyway. John Yomi exists in EXE Jam. Where? You'll have to find him. Benji's John Yomi is the type of shit you'd hear in a German fairy tale. Jesus. Legendary. My John Yomi is legendary. He's a myth. Doesn't exist. We made him up. It's fiction. Never happened.
But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go.
Dude, I'm just saying. John Yomi's the GOAT. There's the reason why he's in EXE Jam. If people think I'm kidding about that, I am not. It's John Yomi is somewhere in EXE Jam. Oh my god, guys, look! It's the legendary Jack Gore! Guys, look! Oh my god! Jack Gore! Oh my god, guys, look! Guys, it's Mr. Gore! Alright, whatever. I had fun. I had the brainworm speak. What's good, Jack? What's good, Trex? What's good, Gore? Mr. Gore. Mr. Gore, Mr. For Gore. From the hit show, Jack. I can chamber another round. Hold on. There we go. Mr. Gort. What have I done? I'm so sorry, Trex. I'm so sorry, Trex. What if he... Not the blicky. Dude, I'm always strapped with... I got the stick. Do you not know I am a Second Amendment enjoyer? Unironic. Whoa, okay, no need to lost. You will be spiked for this. Hold on. I got this. I can... Hold on. Give me 1 second. Wrong laugh, but alright. We'll work with it. We'll work with it. Hey guys, we'll listen to it. Well, hold on. We'll listen to it. Oh, I may get copyright stricken for this. Hold on. Screw it. Whatever. If I'll find a way to edit it out in the VOD. We'll see. Bro, we're getting whiplash. This is the best song known to man. Mr. Shit. We're listening to this for the remainder of the time. We're listening to Peak. Pray to God I don't get copyright stricken. So loud. Alright, we can. It's enough of that. Back to regular music now. Alright. We had our meme moment. It's alright. Did I scare off Mr. Gort? Did I scare off the Gort? With some RuneScape music, the classic RuneScape tunes? Or did I get striked with copyright? I can't tell anymore. Mr. Gort is still alive. No way. No way, Mr. Gort. I was playing sea shanties from RuneScape. You know, coming from the best video game of all time. Exactly what happened. You didn't miss much. I thought I scared away the Gort. I keep saying the Gort. I'm this close to saying the goat. Of course he's the goat. I mean, like, I'm this close to just saying it. Well, I'm trying to say the Mr. Gort. I don't know why you're stopping yourself. Because it's funny if I say the Gort. Jack Gort. Funny, that's why. Also, I can't believe that the EXE laugh got some of you. It's crazy. That'll be recorded in the VOD for all to see. People are gonna watch back the VOD. They're gonna be like, "What on earth?" I cannot promise more streams like this. This is just like the one-time, one-off thing. For right now, if you want more of this as I work on projects, or just want to see me play games, I'll think about it. I just don't think as myself is very entertaining. I feel like I need someone else to bounce off of, or else I'm just like, I'm stale as bread. Stay back, I'm Gordon. Let's not do that. That sounds horrible. Oh, Jesus. I'm about to have, bro, I feel like I'm gonna get some choice words later when the stream is turned off. You can't be saying stuff like that. No more brain rot. No more brain rot. Behave. Control thyself. Dude, Inkstock takes up this entire section of the page, or this section of the art. I may not even put him in. Just throw in Kenza. That would be chaotic. Stream Risk of Raid 2 in VC. Throw Ken. Why do. Alright, hold on. I got this. People want me to throw you. I got it. Hold on. I got it. Sorry, Kenza. Later. That was Kenza. That was Kenza right there. She died. Anyway. Everyone's on thin ice, alright? Everyone here is on thin ice. Also, I may be periodically muted just because I got family coming in now, so it's probably gonna get a little louder than normal. I treat everyone equally. That's why everyone. I gotta treat this equality. All right. That's why everyone's getting the warning. If someone slips up once, everyone gets affected. I'm sorry. That's how equality goes. No playing favorites this time. Oh boy. Bro, I don't want to get banned. Don't break TOS. I just started just like wasting shells. Anyway, all right. Like, there's nothing in there anymore. Right, everything's on the ground. No one's in danger anymore. I've never played Buckshot Roulette unless it was the fan creation on Fortnite Realms. The Fortnite creative modes. So that was the one time I played a version of like Buckshot Roulette. I'm not even kidding. I'm only now realizing I'm gonna have trouble adding more EXCs to the left side with Inkstock. Because like they're either not gonna be seen for it to matter, or it's just gonna be a little too cluttered. I'll try and see. I'll try to work this out. Monob wants to be part of the jobbers? Is this what I'm hearing right now? You want to be a part of the jobber squad for Inkstock? Dang. Who's the better jobber? Well, I could be funny, but maybe I'll let the I'll keep that information to myself. I'll let you guys run wild with speculation. How's that? What do I think about the Terrifier movies? Never seen a single one. I know what it is, I've just never seen any. I will keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind. Also, hello, Lex. Lex Noor. Yeah, it has been it's been a while. It's been like 8 months if I'm correct about it. This one is gonna serve a little bit more purpose other than like just me making art. Uh, this is more or less just showcasing like how I go about my process. People have been asking me questions this far, so you know this and the VOD would be more public than like my other streams are like saved in they're all saved in like the playlist of past streams. But yeah, that's the purpose. Just showing off the process, asking questions, art related questions, just so people get a better understanding of what I do. Also, yeah, fans. We don't even got that many people for a 15-man Risk of Rain. Not in the Patreon server anyway. We'd have to set up like an actual like a Discord group channel. This song literally takes you back to like 2016, 2018. Well, I want if we're gonna do like a big lobby for Risk of Rain, I would want it to be people like I either know from like Twitter or what, like people I would recognize. I don't want to do with like random people. That'd be chaotic, but it's like I want to make sure I can vibe with everybody. So it's fun. Like, where are we gonna find these people? I need to be up in 2 hours here. Dog, this is on you. Don't blame me. I don't control you. You got your own life. You can do whatever you want. I recommend you do your life changing event. I don't know why. Don't hold yourself to me. Goodness me. Goodness me. What are you worried about? What are you worried about? I don't got a gun pointed to you or anything. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you wish. What tier on the Patreon needs to be paid for? Needs to be paid for you to shoot me? Well, I mean, it depends. You want to be shot? You don't want to be shot with like with pellets or buck? With a buckshot. With a buckshot, you gotta pay 10 buckaroos. With pellets, there's a chance of survival. So you know, it's the $1 tier. It's a free country, as they say. A 50 cal. Tank mortar. I was thinking of portals. They're not even looking. Well, I need to sleep. Hopefully, Super remembers my commission. I think we got all commissions done. I think you're just trying to put me to bind. We completed everything. I don't know what you're talking about. But I do hope you sleep well. Sleep with one eye open. Sleep with one eye open. Quick, guys, we gotta send this dude to sleep. Did I get him? Did he sleep? I think he's asleep now. Bag him up. Pack him up. I think this could work. 2 cameo EXCs, ink stock right here, a hand. Yeah, I think that looks fine. I think if I do another sketch pass of this, it's just gonna clean up everything before making the line art. I may change the head of where Takal's looking to face more forward like the rest of them, but nah, I think it works for this. I think this works. I'm gonna clean this up. Hopefully, if we don't get to the line art process, you guys don't get to see me because I need to eat something within like the next hour or 30 minutes. So let's keep working. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep the train going. Let me do put this in another full. I forgot to set this to through. Put this in here. Do another sketch pass just to clean things up. The cleanup sketch, if you will, which is get them boys, pack them up, put them in the sack. I do have. I think I'm very certain I have the reference image for zero feigns with the X, not the Z. I need to pull up the reference real quick. Where is it? Zero Fame is just lunging. If I had the FNAF 2 Foxy sound, I would have played it. Just jump scared everyone. But yeah, this is the green man, the green gem. I think Mr. Chip released like the reference sheet for the guy, so I can just pull it up real quick. I'll most likely draw him closer to how I did in the comic, but this is just for me now. Bro looks a little too excited. Bro looks a little too non-facial right now. There's no face. How can you tell what he could be thinking? I don't know. Actually, hold on. Give me. I'll be right back and go do something. I'm back. Within the past 2 hours? Dang, we've been going at this for 2 hours? Almost 2 hours. We had like 30 unique people come in, stop by. Now we got like 4 people. I'm doing pretty good for a live stream. Doing pretty alright. I didn't think anyone would care. Anyway, back to work. Have I heard of the game Pillar Chase 2? You mean the game that every one of my person I follow, my mutuals, always post about? A game on Roblox, a place I don't unfortunately I don't get on or care for. I'm glad people like Pillar Chase. I've heard all kinds of things about it, all the updates and whatnot. It's just, unfortunately, I'm not very much into Roblox as like a game I go on to. I tried it once before, didn't really like it, like in terms of just playing a game, you know. But it's a place for people to, you know, express their creative freedoms. You know, if everyone needs or wants the creative tools to create what they want or games, it's a perfect place to go. Perfect place to go. I think it's wonderful. I don't like some of the weirder parts of it, but like I can't really judge, right? You know what I mean? I can't really judge. I hope most of the stuff that's negative to the game gets filtered out or whatnot. It benefits most of the creatives, the people who play the games. But as for me, as a different kind of gamer, it's not for me. I'm glad everyone else enjoys it. More power to you. I wish I could. I just can't. I really can't. But I've seen plenty of things about Pillar Chase 2. I'm pretty certain, I could be wrong. I think I follow a few people or mutuals with certain people who create or put out things for updates for that game mode for Roblox. Perfectly fine. I think they look awesome. But like again, Roblox isn't for me. I just can't get into it. I tried it once before, many blue moons, a moon, but I just couldn't get into it. It's a lot of stuff I have to like just, yeah. I can go on. I say this as a person who enjoys Fortnite, by the way. So like, who am I to say? Who am I to judge? What do I know? What do I know? I consume Fortnite. I got like no leg in this race.
If you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go.
I'm gaming. I'm just some guy. I'm just a gamer. I'm not one to put down people who enjoy what they enjoy. I'm more happy for them. So where's Slate going in this drawing? I'll put him somewhere. You won't like it. It's gonna be a puddle. I'll draw a black puddle. I'll be like, that's your guy, that's your man's. That's your man's right there. Bro he couldn't live to see chapter 10. I'm sorry. He's a black puddle now. Don't exist. Baited into the ethos. Atomized, not vaporized. No more atoms for Mr. Slate. Nah, I'm only kidding. Relax. Relax. Pick up the broken heart. Good. He ain't dead yet. No McDonald's crossover. If I reference McDonald's, I feel like I'm gonna be hit with so much infringement and DMCA's. I'm just like, take this out. What are you doing? Zeno is now Shadow. Technically half. If I read the Google Doc about Zero Fanes correctly, if I read it correctly, this guy is both half Sonic, half Metal Sonic, another half Shadow the Hedgehog. If I remember that correctly. The Inksock tired of her circles. Put Donald's so we don't get murdered. McDonald's. McDonald's. Or just call it Mickey D's like they do in Australia. Or is that still like treading hot waters? I wouldn't know. I'm not a lawyer. Bro, I get it. You're him. Can you shut devastation? I got YouTube pulled up. I can play the thing. Hold on. I can play the soundbite. Give me 1 second. I got it. It's about to be loud, by the way.
Devastation.
Yeah, there we go. Hold on.
Devastation.
Don't scare. Anyway. There it is. Dude, the Kuga manga is peak. The Kuga manga is peak. You can tell I've read it because of this piece of artwork. That right there. That is my that's how you know I read it. I won't explain how. I won't explain why, but this is the evidence. This giant thing. Oh, hold on. I need a better thing. Hold on. It's right here. It's my evidence. Manga's good. I wish it was translated to English more. Anyway. Enough of that. Would be in character for Slate to try the wrong person to get murdered in the comic. For anyone curious about what I'm talking about, search up Kamen Rider Kuga manga on Google and you will understand. I think there's only like a few translated chapters out for people to read. There's more chapters after it. They're just not translated, and it makes me sad all the time. Story's amazing. Read all the available material online as possible. Give me 1 second. Learn Japanese and translate for us. Man. Do I gotta? Is this what I gotta do to appease my own self-curiosity? Just like learn another language? Learn a third language? There was someone who, whenever I started EXE Jam, I think it was either after chapter 1 or chapter 2, they wanted like a Spanish translation. I'm just like, man, I would if I could. I would if I could. I'm not paying my taxes. Alright. I think you would land in the slammer for admitting such a crime, but what am I? I'm not your parent. I'm only kidding. I hope you don't go to jail. Run from the law. Be a drifter. Pretty please? Maybe. I'll think about it. That's like a whole third language. It's like a whole third language just for me to read manga. Hey Hunter, what's good, man? Yeah, I'm trying to cook. This is gonna take me very long to do. It's gonna take me another day or so. This may be one of the biggest pieces I do. Maybe. That depends. Because the 31st day prompt, 31st and 30, they may be a little bit different, but we'll see. We'll see. I may cheap out on some of the prompts, just redraw a couple panels from the comic, but hey, we'll get there when we get there. We'll get there when we get there. The IRS is still looking after me, but they'll never know where I am. we do like story time at the library. We watched one movie, and then you never looked back since. I'm kind of proud. I'm kind of proud. Oh my god, it's Razzie. Oh my god. You got any particular parts of the comic you're especially looking forward to making? Mostly all of it. There's some. I think the thing I'm looking forward to the most is kind of the more, because we don't get the as for now we don't have as many, like, I can't point to like the section of the story to like point out. I want to. I'm scatterbrained right now. Hold on. The most thing I'm looking forward to is y'all seeing the dynamic between Inkstock and Bug more. That's the one thing I'm looking forward to. Inkstock and Bug's dynamic in the story. Because it could be both pretty thrilling, funny, and just entertaining to look at. Especially those in the Patreon or people that work with me who understand who Inkstock really is. It's gonna be really interesting. I'm gonna have plenty of fun getting these two together in certain scenarios and just like being a pest to each other. It's just that's what I'm most excited for. I can't wait for you guys to just see these two interact more, even like outside of fights and in between fights. It's just like these two have history, and I want to showcase that. Is it going to be interesting history or lore for these two? That's up to the individual to decide. I think it's fun, so that's why I'm not like too worried about it. That's not like I got something cooking. I got stuff cooking. I'm doing the kitchen work in the back. I try to anyway. Trying to work on a reckoning is, well, chop reckoning ain't going isn't gonna make itself. My mind immediately goes to, does this mean we get to like that's the smaller stuff. Like I know that's like non-canon, but in a way it kind of is. You know, like I want these two to interact in that similar manner. Just those two bickering. Because it's just there's a reason why they're this mean to each other, or like they're not always on the same wavelength, but also at the same time they know each other very personally for a reason. I think later down the line, when I get to reveal the identity of this creature, and then y'all get more of like the interactions where these two and Icon for that matter. Icon. It's also part of this. Can't forget, these are the three original characters I have full ownership of, right? I can't wait. Yeah. Open up the Fruity Loop CFLP. I gotta know it. That's how I feel like sometimes whenever I work on stuff. Kind of want to watch Kamen Rider. You should, very much so, watch Kamen Rider. Doesn't matter where you start. If you want to watch more modern stuff, we just got Gav. We just got Gav. There's plenty of early episodes. I'm pretty sure they're fan subbed as well at the moment. You can watch that as your first time. It's fabulous so far. If you want to, it's literally a Kamen Rider with the motifs of candy and snacks. If you don't vibe with that, there is no fun and there's no jovial or whimsy in your life. That's all I gotta say. There's plenty of Kamen Rider to get into. My advice, just watch the one that looks more appealing to you, right? Like with the visual standpoint. If you want If you want the snacks and candy motif, you watch Gaff. If you want like a more like a business oriented or like not business oriented, like a more cybernetic stuff, you go watch 01 with all like the androids and all the like the center motif is like androids and whatnot. So you get more mechanical looking, robotic looking Kamen Riders. Or if you really want to get funny with it and more funny and joyous with it, you can have a Kamen Rider season dedicated to fruit aesthetics. Like every piece of armor is based around fruit and samurais and dancing. That's all I can really say. Jesus Christ. What was it? I'm blanking on names. It's on the tip of my tongue. Gaim. Just watch Kamen Rider Gaim. It's so much fun. I haven't seen most of it yet. Or if you want to be more video game oriented, watch Kamen Rider X8. There's plenty of stuff. Just watch Kamen Rider. There's plenty of ways to watch it. There's a YouTube channel dedicated to watching like the first 2 episodes of Kamen Rider. Just look it up, you'll find it. I think it's either Toku Shoutsu, but you'll be able to find it. Just find one that's appealing to you. It's great. Or if you just want like a brief rundown, there's plenty of YouTube videos that explain what Kamen Rider is, the history of it, why it's lasted for 50 years, excuse me. Great. Pre-installing Black Ops 6 right now so I can play Zombies Day 1. Man, I ain't paying for that game. I got no space for that game, but I'm excited for it because yeah, we got zombies now. I'm excited. All good things. Kenza, if you want to watch a Kamen Rider movie, there's only one I can really show you. It's Shin Kamen Rider. We can watch that together. There's plenty of other movies, but they're more dedicated to their seasons, and I can't really show them to you without without the understanding of like episodes and whatnot. So there's a reason why Shin Kamen Rider right now is like my go-to movie. We'll set aside some time. We'll find a movie day. We'll watch it in the Patreon server. We'll do that. I got too much stuff going on. You gotta make me. We'll set aside some time whenever I got like a day off in the Patreon server. We'll get people around to watch Shin Kamen Rider. It has, it's not for everyone. It's not for kids. So I'm not saying that because of the blood and gore, because it just has some adult material in it. It's not grotesque in any way. It's fine. It's not that bad, but there is that warning. So just be prepared. I suppose I'll have to watch Kamen Rider and stuff. There's plenty of ways to watch it. Just be careful on the internet. Have some common sense on the internet. Don't be downloading stuff. Don't be going on strange websites. I'm no piddly little worm child. You say that, but I still gotta treat you that way. Sorry. I'm trying to figure out the muzzle for Zero Veins, and it's... I think I got it down now. I think I got it down now. Took me a while. It's a miracle I can do this kind of thing at all without like breaking my pen. We'll give him the grimmest smile along with the teeth. Why would you do that? Don't put your social security on. What's wrong with you? Stop that. What's wrong with you? This is not a way to gain clout. That is no way to be gaining clout. Don't ever do that, Buckaroo. Don't ever do that. Don't even do that. Don't do that. hate being old. Old so because I'm locked into my pathetic. Oh my god. I can fight bosses. Yeah, but like in Scott Pilgrim, he was doing it to gain a girlfriend. I don't I don't think this correlates to the same thing. I'm doing it for glory. There is no glory in sharing your social security. Why do we have to have this conversation? You know, if every live stream I do is gonna be like this, I may try and do it more often on my days off. I'll try. No guarantee, because I'm like, again, I'm no live streamer. I don't see myself as very entertaining. I kind of need someone else to bounce off ideas from. Otherwise, I sound like I'm having like a constant schizo moment. I have no idea if that's like anyone's gonna like enjoy that. But I'll try my best to see if I can do this more often. I'll have to find more music because my music selection is very limited. But it's only this limited because I don't want to be hit with the ban hammer, or like with a copyright hammer, and just having like an entire non-audible live stream. If so, I'm probably gonna have to turn this into like clips that I have to put on YouTube. But yeah. Zero fades with the spread eagle. I don't know why you guys let me cook like this. It's just y'all, all of you guys are my enablers for doing stuff like this. Look at this guy. Just jumping in. I may have to make him smaller. He looks a little off, I'm not gonna lie. He looks a little off like this. That's a little better. He's smaller now. And do not. Probably so too. There's no reason to be saying I'm a proud enabler. Proud enabler, Jesus. Alright, who else was in the Jobber squad? I can't believe I'm saying that unironically now. Jobber is a placeholder name until because, well, we need to call the group something. It's not the official name. I need to call them something so people have some idea of what I'm referring to. Otherwise, I just can't. I mean, I guess people will understand if I just say it's the Inkstock group, but like, for the purposes of like future chapters in the story, that could literally mean whatever group he has at that given time. So we're calling this group Jobbers. It doesn't mean anything negative. It's just I need some kind of name. I need something to call these people. Jobbers is funny to me. So we're calling them Jobbers, not the official term. It's just what I need to call them. I need something, dang it. Okay, I think I know who I'm gonna put here. It's Data Reset. Mr. Reset Data. The guy with hands coming out of the face. It will work really nicely. We're not calling them the Jonklers, Artsy. We're not doing that. We're not calling them the Jonklers. No. No. I'm drawing Fact 6 meeting Inkstock. Make sure Inkstock has trouble going toe to toe. I don't protect the facts. That's all I gotta say. Maybe tall. But is a passive boy. Kenza, I will ban you. I'm not saying that. We are not calling them. We are not calling them that kind of squad. Oh no, no. Why so serious? Okay, hold on. Why do you hate me so bad? I never said I hated anyone. Man, so quiet. I have to stop playing Hades 2. Jesus. We're not Rat Gang. I actually I unironically kind of like that. Call them the Rat Gang. They're all rats. They're all blue rats at the end of the day. Well, most of them. You know. We have Umbra, who's not really a rat, just kind of nightmares, embodiment of nightmares. And then we have Cheshire, with the Majin face. Rat is it's funnier than Rodent. They can both be pretty funny. Bug Hunters. I like that, but that's too cool for this group. I think that's a little too... that name sounds cool. The Bug Hunters, I kind of like that. But it's too cool for this group. Too cool. The Nightmares. Rodent Mangery rolls off the tongue. The Extermination Squad. They will be exterminated. The Ragtag group. They gotta... They sound scrappier. The Ragtag. The Rat Tag. The point being, these people don't have a name because the group name doesn't really matter because the group will be disbanded soon enough. I think either sooner than I may think, or the group won't be permanent. Inkstock won't have any use for these people anytime soon. But like, I need to specify what group this is. The name doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as much right now. The wood chipper in question. The X-Force Deadpool reference. The X-Force, because literally everyone dies but one. I'm a little hesitant. I'm gaining some sort of attachment to certain EXEs in the current Inkstock group. Like Cheshire. I don't know why I gravitate towards Cheshire, but I like the funky guy. The little dude with the hat. Bro doesn't have a single speaking line, but is my favorite so far. He may live. He may live. And then we have the Brazilian EXE hanging around this group as well. I just think that's funny. The history and context behind the Brazilian EXE we have is so... I think it's kind of funny. Hatman is peak. For anyone wondering who I'm talking about, it's the dude with like the thorns coming out of his eye sockets. The name of it, they have a name. How? It's by Rox's White on Twitter. Rox's White _ Its exact username. Bro is actually just a Brazilian Sonic. But this particular one is an EXE, so it just looks... There was like sprite animations of this guy, and it looks so cool. Loved it so much. Guy, man. What a cool guy. The guy with the eye horns, yeah. Bro's Brazilian. I didn't know that until I didn't know that until I dig deeper into like the bit of... I don't know if any of it's confirmed, by the way, because... the guy on Twitter who owns this current variation of that EXE doesn't explain too much other than like the sprite animations I've seen, the sprite art that I've seen of the character. But man, it's based off, like, you could look up Brazilian Sonic, you'll find the green variant of this little rascal, and that's what he's based off. It's very cool. So it's when I didn't know that when I first put him in. I put him in the cameo slot because he looked really cool, especially the monster form, which I kind of hope to utilize more. And he was part of the final asking of like the EXE cameos. It was really cool. So I hope to utilize the monster form and this one a lot. I'm doing the wrong exe for this. Sorry. This is supposed to be data reset. Mr. Data. The data reset. I forget. Did this dude have a nose? Yeah, he did. Did Burrow have a nose? He does, in fact, have a nose. He's my favorite now. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up the actual tweet so you guys can both find the username and follow the guy. I don't know if he still makes the content, but let me pull up the thing real quick so you guys can go find them. Because like I said, the sprite work, the sprite animations, all of it is amazing. All of it is great. Hold on. Let me open a new tab for this. It's a long scrolling. I still have no. I think people still submit exes to me to this day. On that last post that I made. Where is it? I'll post it. I'll put it on screen soon enough. I just gotta find it. It's just a long thing. I think there's newer exes on this page, and I'm looking back on it. It's kind of crazy. People still find this and submit their stuff, not knowing for what it's for. There it is. A little graphic, but I found it. Let me screenshot it and I'll put it on screen for you guys real quickly. Oh. Hold on. There it is. Find that username. Find this Twitter. Go follow it. Show this character some love. Like I said, the sprite work and animations, really goated. Really like it. This guy's so cool. Yeah, he's green. That's why he's Brazilian Sonic. I'm not even kidding you. You search up Brazilian Sonic, you'll find this green Sonic with like I think a Brazilian shirt that he wears. But this is like it's an exe of that. With all the information that I found so far, this is the guy. All right. I'll get it off screen. I'll continue back to working. If y'all need to look at it again, just rewind the stream. Give an artist a chance for fan art by proxy, and they'll throw anything into the sacrifice pit. Is that true? We'll make it true. I'll make it my headcanon. Not true. Anyway, back onto data reset. This character is very silly design. Has no arms and no ears, but plenty of arms coming through the face. It's just a classic Sonic body lacking ears and arms. But it's kind of special. They're special to me, dang it. They're special to me. I have like no strong opinions other than they're special to me. Not just a. It's not just a rodent. It's a hedgehog. Just say it like the like SpongeBob would talking about the Rock. Zilla Jr. Hold on. I can see it now. Wait, it was the Zilla offspring from the movie, right? Now I see it. Yeah. Okay. Now I understand. I can see it now. At least it's based off that and not the actual Zilla from the movies, because that Zilla did nothing. I don't even think it broke like I don't even think it acted like a monster that entire time. It was just running around hiding in New York, only laying eggs and then dying. That's all it did. The military sucked at that movie. They couldn't hit the Godzilla for crap. Sorry, I can't do a high pitched voice in you. I can't sound like SpongeBob. I wish I could. Wish I could, but I can't. I can't. We're gonna try to figure out how this leg situation is gonna work. How I'm gonna pose his legs, because they're not very important, or at least not important in terms of like where the. I'm just trying to make sure they look good. It doesn't look awkward. He's just like kind of flying towards them. I think that's work. Too skinny and too tall. I wonder if I still. I don't have to wonder. I'm very certain I still have that piece of fan art, Stave. Hold on. Where is it? It's in my work folder. Why did you wait for the countdown? Man, I seriously need to update my hard drive. It is not running as fast as it once was. It's making me a little worried. Because all my stuff is saved onto this external hard drive, so I'm probably have to... One of these days I'm going to have to just get like an internal SSD and just move everything inside of that. It's just going to be a pain. Or I need to just replace... I just need to buy another like 4 terabyte hard drive. Make sure it's actually... It's gonna be expensive, because if I wanted an SSD that big, it's gonna be very expensive indeed. Oh man, it's gonna be expensive to just do that. Everything from I want to update my computer rig so bad. Invest in that hard drive. Hey Alondra, hey Sensei, it's been a while. It's been ages. I hope you've been doing good. I know we haven't talked in like forever. I'm glad that you're doing good. Okay, I gotta get going. Got work. Alright, man. Thank you for being around. Thank you for sticking around for like 2.5 hours. Really a pleasure to have you around. Hope everything goes well at work. Don't work too hard. I hope to stream another time. It's great seeing you around too, Alondra. It's good seeing you around. Yeah, of course I have it saved. Yeah, I still like this piece of fan art. It's still one of my favorite. Great. Still great to look at. I do the best I can. I do the best I can. That's all I can and will ever do. Just the best I can. I kind of want to redraw that fan art. If you want, go for it. I still love it. I had it saved the first time he sent it. And that was made with like limited information. I think that piece was like made around chapter 1 or chapter 2 being released. Hold on. I know when I saved it. 2023? That could actually just be chapter 3 or 2 when that was released. Oh, folder. Yeah, that would be literally right after. That would be right after chapter 2 was being made. Dang. Also, can y'all believe it? BXC Jam is about to turn 2. It's about to be 2 years old. December is almost right around the corner. It's about to be 2 years old. I can't believe it. 2 years old, and I put out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically 5 episodes, 4 being main chapters, 1 being a mini chapter. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that I can at least put out the mini chapter, the second one relating towards Detour, Kenny's character, because I want to work more with that character. That he will be important, but I'm hoping to release that chapter pretty soon. I have no idea if I'm gonna be able to put out chapter 5 before the next year. It may be. I'm hoping early January or February for that, but I don't want to set like a deadline for myself, since I know like working on the comics is just gonna take forever. But yeah, the plan is to get the second mini chapter out for you guys to enjoy, nibble on. Let me redo the quills here. Let me adjust the face. I don't like how that looks. Just now looking at it. I love digital art. I can do small tweaks like this without having to redraw everything or like erase a bunch of stuff. The many perks of digital art. And I don't know why they're broken. I got 3 dogs. They're all small and loud. When do my dogs do cameos? I guess whenever I do like an author's note at the end of the next chapter, I'll draw them. I'll remember to. I'll try to remember that with this interaction, but it's gonna be saved, so I probably won't forget. Also, how do I feel about? How do I feel about 2017X outside of the EXE fandom? I think the breach of containment is funny. That's all I really gotta say about it. The breach of containment, just outside of the EXE fandom, is funny. People may find it obnoxious and annoying, but I feel like just, I don't know, people are really seriously outraged by a gray Sonic just looking funny for the memes, the accursed gifs and whatnot. If they're really taken aback by that, I can laugh at the reaction, but I can understand how it can be annoying. But I mean, like, it's just people taking. It's not that big a deal in my eyes. It's not. It's like a nothing burger. It's just a meme being spread around. Um, Was it intended by Raven? Heck no. I don't even think Raven wanted this. However, I mean, you know, I think for the most part they're aware it's just for the laughs. It's just for funnies. I don't think it's any. It shouldn't be taken. It shouldn't be taken as seriously as some people make it out to be. Like, I know people went into like a rant. Like, I remember that one time. It wasn't that long ago. It was like the joke of 2017. The Sonic joke, the meme, like it left containment. It was in like a YouTube comment section, and the YouTuber in question just could not handle it. And I get it. There was like a purpose for the video they released, but I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of. I can't say it's mean spirited, right? Because I can understand it could be annoying, but like you shouldn't have brought attention to it, because then more people. Because if you bring attention to something you don't like on the internet, guess what? The magical thing happens where more of it shows up. So I just don't understand this mindset. It really was a breach of containment. People who take it too seriously, I laugh at. I don't know. It's not that big a deal. I think it's funny. It doesn't make me think less of like the character in question. Not at all. Like, at the end of the day, they're all jokes. The end is never the end. It's never the end. Exactly. It would be funny if I put 2017X in the Splatoon fandom. I'm bringing chaos to this world. Remember, a joke needs a punchline to be funny. So if you're gonna put 2017 in there, make it funny. Be funny about it. Be proud of me. I finished. I'm glad you finished your assignment. Don't be turning in stuff late. Or if you do have a good reason for it. How do we like the look of data reset here? I know the hands aren't exactly finished, but how do we like this so far? Let me zoom out. I think it looks fine.
It's not funny.
How do we feel about this? I'm not exactly gonna redraw everything. Just like I was just trying to put in finer details for it.
Dale como Rapunzel. En la primera cabeza como le hizo al plane.
He's purple. Alright, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between, in the spectrum I see, we got like, I'm only gonna keep, it's about to be like 3 hours on my end. I'm only gonna keep streaming, I'm gonna keep streaming until we hit that 3 hour mark. But I'm gonna keep working on this. If anyone still has questions, anything in particular, could be literally anything, or like anything art related, I'll try to answer as best as possible. But this will be the final stretch. Final stretch. I'm hoping to finish this by today. I don't think I will, but I still got like, I still got the rest of the 12 hours of the day. I'm trying to see what else I can do. Let's try and change the direction to call is facing. See if that works. See if I drive with that. But if anyone else has anything they want to mention, bring up to me. It could quite literally be anything. Fix the blue sky typo in the description or so help me. I don't even think I can. If I can do it live. I'll try. Let's see. I think I did it. We'll see how that goes. Watch it just not change. There you go. I'm certain I fixed it now. Certain. Well, now there's a space. It's fine. Dog scratch. Alright, so I'm gonna let's talk about the official EXCs for a moment, like Xenophants and X, I guess Lord X, or 2011, made by Jodo Boy and Astronauts. So I'm gonna talk about this right now before there's any misconfusion. I would very much love to work with these characters and work with them in the comic. The idea I have, I'll talk about. It's sort of spoilery. It's only going to exist in this thing, but this may change depending on, because like I said, we're writing as EXE Jam continues to be made. We're writing it as we go. I have a roadmap of how I want the stuff to play out, but that can easily always be changed whenever we write like an individual chapter, right? Not everything is set in stone. I would love to have original X. I'm talking when I say original X, I'm talking like Lord X, the Jodo Boy X, the dude in question, the guy who rots in the vessel, that guy, and Xenophanes in the story, more towards the end, right? More towards the end. I feel like that's more appropriate for the both of them. I would love to work with these characters. However, I'm also aware and recognize that these two people that hold the rights to these characters of like the original EXE don't have that much time on their hands to be working with me like that. And if I, I would look like I can go and ask them right now, but like if the answer is no, the answer is no. So I'll have to work around that. I would love to. I there's I place hints that I place hints to let readers and people know that they exist in this world, because when I say every EXE is here, they are here. That includes both of these versions of X, like Xenoveins and like Lord X. They're in here. I'll drop hints of them being here, but if I'm able to do anything with the characters in question, that's up to the creators and them giving me permission to write them to be a part of the story. Again, I would love to. I'll hint at the fact they're roaming around doing their own thing, but until I get like real confirmation, and most of you won't know unless you're like in the Patreon server, right? Most of y'all won't know if you're in the Patreon server or I'm working with you about the news or if I make an announcement. But yeah, they exist in the world. I can't really do anything with them until I get permission to do so. Like when I say permission, like so the rights and ownership of like Furnace and like the starved version of Robotnik, right? It was held up by two different people. I think officially now it's from Raven. I asked Raven about it months ago, like on Newground messages, and they said it was perfectly fine. Most of the only like I was allowed to work with these characters, but not anyone else with like what they were doing, like any other characters associated with their universe. And I was like, that's fine. I only asked for these characters, so it was understandable. So like I couldn't do anything with like the version of Tails that was in the Starved storyline. And even then, nowadays I'm understanding now that Starved, like the Robotnik version of that character, was made as a joke. I understood it was more like a Trollpasca-esque sort of deal, and people just spun that to be a different thing, me included. Where I'm guilty of this. I'm guilty of spinning this character into more than it needed to be, which was a joke. But with that understanding, I'll apply some of that to the writing later on to make sure, like, we'll treat him like a menace because it's Robotnik. And by definition, Robotnik himself can be pretty menacing. Have you read the comics? Have you paid attention to like the Sonic stories? He could be a pretty menace. So like, you know, alright, we'll apply things from canon as we can. And Raven doesn't work with me. I just got permission to write them into characters and do what I can. And if I feel, and if it's necessary, I'll report back to Raven when I can. But they're not part of the story so far, so I work with them when I can. TLDR, they're in the story. X, Xenofans, love them. I love these two characters. I love them, but until I get permission to do anything with them and make them a part of the story, make them fit alongside what we got going on, don't expect that to be like the case, right? I respect the creators. I respect everyone surrounding what they're working with, right? I'm not like trying to step over toes and whatnot. Plus, they got their own they got their own stories being cooked up in their own kitchens, and that's fantastic. I'm waiting in anticipation to see what they got cooking up for the both of them. So I mean, like, and all that stuff. Treat creators of the EXEs with some level of respect. We're all people. Please have some common sense, right? We are all people. I still want to do things with twisted reality, just don't got a team behind it yet. I mean, I didn't have a team behind me whenever I was making the first chapter of EXE Jam. People loved it. If you have the means to do a project that you want to do your best to achieve it. Don't let anything block your way of doing so. Just do your best. Achieve what you want to do. Achieve your dreams. Don't let your memes be dreams. You know what I mean? even if you don't got the skills, I didn't have the skills to make a comic. I had plenty of art skills, and I had like basic, like I did stick figure comics as a kid, and I just kind of applied that to like just doing it seriously, and then here I am now. If you don't got the skills, get like a basic amateur like tutorial to help you out. If you have friends to help you, ask them to help you out. You know what I mean? There's never say never. You always got someone to help you out. Right, I was gonna make her turn the other way. Kinda forgot. I hope the VOD turns out to be pretty useful after the stream is done. I hope. If not, I'll do another stream like this to keep going. I think these have been pretty entertaining. If I do, I'll make sure to announce it ahead of time, both on like Blue Sky and Twitter, so you guys are always informed on what I'm doing next. And Blue Sky more so because I'm posting sketches now over there instead of Twitter. Trying to limit the amount of art Twitter gets now because of recent changes, which kind of bums me out, right? Because I have like a bigger following on Twitter, but boohoo, I guess, right? I'll cry about it later. Blue Sky feels way more enjoyable. Plus, most of my following is translated over, so I'm not really bummed about it. As long as people get the information they need, I'll still use both. A framework written story doesn't hurt much. Never hurts at all, actually. If you always have a structured story, all it does is just benefit you in the long run. Like I said, I have a vague idea of what I like. I have a basic vague roadmap that we always add on with each chapter that we write, or with each thing that we do. Like even now, for instance, without spoiling too much, the Void Gods a part of the story that's like I'm borrowing the universal rules and universe from Carrie's old EXE verse, and we're changing it as we're going. And so the Void Gods got an update, and that's a slight retcon from like chapter 3, but I think it's a retcon that will benefit it in the long run. I'm enjoying what we got going on. Very nice, very cool. So we roll with the punches. It's also like my very first major time storytelling at all. Long running storytelling. So like I'm not expecting this to be like my magnum opus or like a masterpiece. I just hope in the long run people can like enjoy it. And I'm hoping my biggest goal with this is just to finish the story, no matter how long it takes me. We'll make the eyes smaller. Smaller eyes to show fear. Nah, that's too fearful.
Oh my god. What is it, a reunion? Look at it.
There we go. I think this looks better. Let me zoom out. I think that works. I think that works. I think the changing of the head kind of works. I don't know. Hold on. They both kind of work. I like both of them. I think that this can work. So let me change the eye orientation. Let me just You are all witnessing how the worms in my brain operate whenever I make a drawing. This is yeah, that could work. Holy crap, I like that. She's not looking at something. She's looking at something in the background that we can't see, especially because it's chaotic. I think it works. Also, by the way, fun fact. I'm pretty sure most of you have caught on to like how Bug kind of stands whenever he fights. I think the fighting stance that I made him use during this stuff is she's looking at the distant dog cameo. Exactly. Bug's fighting stance, I've made it official that it's just the drunken fist because I like it and it's kind of funny to pretend that. I think it works for this character in the story because it's not exactly a martial artist at all, but like this particular fighting style is just kind of unique. So, if you ever question why he looks a certain way, just like look up in Google like the drunken fist, how it's supposed to look, and you'll understand. I think the free flow that style of fighting allows kind of works with like. I know he's kind of nerfed in the story at the moment. He can't exactly use his paint to create anything, but when he does, it will just benefit this fighting style a lot more. Freeform, it's like he's water dancing, except with alcohol consumption. I should check Blue Sky. I'm already tabbed in. What happened? Oh my god. Thinking with portals. It's amazing. Gracias. Here, I'll put it on display for everyone to look at. This is what I just received on Blue Sky. This is it. In fact, we'll make this better. Hold on. I got this. Give me 1 second. If everyone here has a Blue Sky account, follow this account. Follow this account. Go look for it. Go follow it. Repost it. Like it. Show some love. Show some love. God knows they need it. God knows. Do it now! Alright, that's enough of that. Not everyone has switched over to Blue Sky. Not everyone. There's still there's like, because I follow like 600 people on Twitter, and like only roughly a third of them transferred over, so it's still taking some time. And most people can't, or won't, or don't want to move, because that's kind of understandable. So. I think a few 100 million beats 1 million. That does seem to be the case. That does seem to be accurate. Dog. Besides, would you really want the majority of Twitter in a new space? Well, I mean, the thing that's wrong with Twitter is that it's the mentality of just being that this website brings. Say something mean, everyone looks at it. Say something positive, people will look at it, but then they'll repeat the first process, which say something mean just to get more attention. So that's usually that's the main problem people have with Twitter. Is like it festers on negativity, and while I can laugh at it most of the time, most people find it annoying. So understandably so. who am I to say? I'm just some guy. Alright, fellas, it just hit the 3-hour mark. I still love your art for the Reckoning so much. I'm happy with it as well. I'm glad it turned out the way it did. I hope to hear the full thing one day. The full song. Because I still, it kind of hits. I think people will like it once it's released. Don't forget to save now. Of course not, I'm always saving. Yeah, but again, we hit the 3-hour mark. If anyone else has any other questions y'all want me to ramble on about before I leave, because I need to eat something before I finish this and end stream. Speak now or forever hold your peace until I stream either next week or this Thursday, whenever I get time off and whenever I feel like streaming. Maybe it will be with another person, maybe it will be me again, but I will try to find time to do this again. Well, this was fun. I'm glad it was fun. I didn't expect to go on for 3 hours. But you guys have seemed to be entertained by me being around, so I'll try to do this again sometime soon. We'll see what my life holds. Have I used any of the recipes yet? I don't have any of the ingredients for me to use the recipes you've sent me, but if I have, if I do end up using one of them, I will send you a photo of my end result. That is a promise. Time to hit bricks. Hold on, I got the perfect soundbite for this. It's gonna be loud. Hold on, where is it? There it is.
Magician's brick.
Okay, if you want more context behind that sound, look up Magician's brick. Magician's brick. What breed of dogs? So I got 2 Pomeranians and then like what was Chatamusca Perla? I won't get an answer. The other dog is a mix. It's a mixed breed. Pomeranian and half something else. Good time hanging out and chilling, getting to chat with y'all. Yeah, I'm glad everyone's having a good time. Put me in, coach. I'm hoping the stuff I rambled on about y'all guys understood. Like, again, I'm no teacher. I'm only speaking from my own experience, trying to talk about things that make sense to me but may not make sense for others. So if it worked for you, it worked for you, which I'm happy about. If anyone had any like confusion or like anything else in particular, like I said, the VOD will be up in public very soon after this video or after this live stream gets done, so you can go back and hear me ramble on again. This will be public for everyone else to enjoy. I think you answered RT stuff pretty well. I hope I did. I hope I answered everyone else's curious questions about me and the stuff I do. But alright. Learn nothing relevant to my process, but your stuff is cool and net positive. I don't see slate in this piece. Hold on, I got you. There we go. I promise you a puddle. There he is. There we go. There we go. Alright, everybody. Late, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, everybody in between the spectrum. I'll see you guys next time. Everyone have a good night, good day, good morning, wherever you may be. Bye-bye.